Hello, and welcome to this class in the Foundations of Martial Arts course, and the class that is part of the section of offensive skills. My name is Andre Maurice Davis. I'll be walking you through this class, which is on the corkscrew punch. The corkscrew punch is the first punch that we're going to get into as we talk about punches in this course, in the offensive portion of it. In terms of offense, we can, what we'll cover in this course are our fists, our hands, our arms, and our legs, our feet primarily, with punches and kicks. And then we will break down into different types of punches and kicks. So the corkscrew will be the first punch that we learn, and we will do that from the horse stance, which we've also learned in this offensive skills part of the Foundations of Martial Arts course. So let's get down into our horse stance. And in our horse stance, we'll take our hands and for the positioning where we'll be doing the corkscrew punch, or we'll be punching, from our hips is where this punch will come. We're going to chamber our punch by putting our hands on our hips and bringing our elbows straight back behind us. So we should be making a triangle, remembering that this elbow, as we retract our punch, will also be a strike. So if we look at it from the side here, my fists are chambered on my hips and my elbows are pulled back into a bit of a triangle going back. So it comes past my back, so if there's somebody behind me, this is where the strike would go. So if I use Bob as an example here, if he's behind me, my punch is out here. If I retract my fist, I can bring it back and turn that into a strike as well. We're not going to focus so much on that elbow strike in this course, or at least in these offensive skills here, but we will go ahead and keep that in mind as we practice and learn how to throw our punches. So when it's applicable, make sure that we're bringing our fists all the way back in order to hit that other strike. So from here, we are going to punch our target, which is going to be out in front of us. We're going to aim for our solar plexus right in front, or directly in front of our solar plexus, to the extent of to the extension of our fist. So this will be our end point. This is our start point. I go from here. This is our start point. This is our end point, right out there. We want to drive in a straight line, so we're going to bring our elbow is going to be our aiming point for the most part. The elbow is driving the fist straight into the target. So straight up. That line is coming through. The corkscrew punch is going to turn over at the end of the punch, like a corkscrew turns into a quart in a bottle of wine or something else. So go straight out, turn over, straight out, turn over, and then retract back to our elbow strike. Turn over, retract, turn over, retract. So the reason we're doing this corkscrew punch from the horse stance is when we start throwing punches from stances where one leg is ahead and one leg is behind, those turn into different punches. We're still effectively doing the same thing, but they're different punches than what I'm describing here. So keep that in mind. As I say, a corkscrew punch is probably going to come from the horse stance, or some stance where one leg is not in front of the other. One thing to note about as we get into the punches is there are different ways that we can hold our fist in order to make the strike, and that's what differentiates one punch from another. and then also the movement of the body. But in some cases, the differentiation is simply how the fist is formed. For the corkscrew punch, we're going to ball up our fist, and we're going to make sure that our thumb is over our fist, not tucked underneath. If we tuck it underneath, we can hurt ourselves when we impact. So we're going to roll our fingers down tight, bring our thumb across the top of that, and then we're going to make sure that we have a bit of a club going on. So this is going to be straight, solid. It's like a club. When we throw our punch, it's going to come straight out, and like I said just before, it's going to turn over. So as it's straight out, you can see it's coming. And the turn it's really coming all the way through your arm, but you're going to have a rotation at your elbow, and you're going to have a rotation at your shoulder. We don't need to worry about that so much right now, especially where we're coming from down here. And we're just focusing on learning how to put our fist from one spot to the other spot consistently. So we've got the fist, we've got the motion. Let's go ahead and do a couple of punches with the corkscrew punch. So if we go down into our horse stance, we settle in, we bring our fist back, chamber our fists, and then we can start with the left hand, one arm, one hand, and we're just going to do 10 punches with the one hand. So we'll count it out, each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to do 10 punches with our right hand or the other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. So once you are able to comfortably put your hand out there, throw a punch at the solar plexus level, your fist tight, your arm retracting all the way back. Once you can do that consistently with one hand, and then you can do that consistently with your other hand, then you can start switching up the drill a little bit to add a little bit of variety. So if we start here, we can alternate punches. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then that could be a round. So we're doing 10 punches alternating through. We can go double punches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's another way to add some variety to it. Do that as a set. We could do a bit of a combo with the double punches and the single punch. So we could go 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Or we could go ahead and really work on doing the exchange, punching at the same time. Once we get comfortable with one arm, then the other arm. We may have already done this drill, but if in case we haven't, just alternate through one after another. And actually, I think that was the first alternating punch. In any case, mix those drills around. At the same time, you can practice your horse stance, and you'll notice as you focus on your punches, you start to lose focus. Your body kind of takes over with the stance itself. Once you get more comfortable with it, it becomes a bit of a second nature. So by going ahead and practicing your corkscrew punches in your horse stance, that gives you an opportunity to practice a couple things at the same time. So however you practice, please do practice, and I look forward to seeing you in class, and we can work on all of this in studio. Otherwise, enjoy the videos, and have a great day.